What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet, Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Today, I'm coming at y'all with a brand new video, one that I am really excited about. I've been wanting to make a step-by-step guide on how to make enamel pins for quite some time now, since I made my first enamel pin. But last month, GSJJ actually reached out to me. Shout out to them for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. This video wouldn't have been possible without them. So big thank you to GSJJ for working with me, and thanks to y'all as well, because y'all show love to the content, and that's how these partnerships are possible. So like I mentioned in the intro, this will be a step-by-step guide of how to make enamel pins, but also a review of my experience with GSJJ. So whether you're a beginner and you'll be making your very first enamel pin, or if you already have experience and you just want to see what GSJJ has to offer, make sure you watch this video all the way through. So the first step, of course, is going to be design. Whether you're somebody that's able to draw, so you have a little bit more of an ability to sketch out your design and send it to the manufacturing company, or send it to a designer to have them tweak it and tune it up. Or if you're someone like me who doesn't necessarily draw the best, and you're gonna need a little bit of help bringing what's in your head to the paper or to the artwork, GSJJ has you covered. I was actually able to utilize their in-house design team to bring the design of my pin to life, and they did an excellent job. It made things so much easier having the design team in-house at the pin manufacturing company, because I didn't have to outsource the design and then have someone at the pin company transfer the colors to Pantone and all of that stuff. It can get a little messy, but having the design team in-house at GSJJ made the process so much smoother, and you had unlimited revisions. Every revision, every time I asked for a color change, I just wanted something tweaked, they were right there with me. They were super patient about it, and I really appreciate that as a buyer, because you want what you're purchasing to be exactly how you envisioned it. Now, one of the first choices that you're gonna have to make in terms of design is hard enamel versus soft enamel. I was actually able to see what my pen would look like if I chose soft enamel, and I was able to see what it would look like if I chose hard enamel. This time around, I actually chose to go with the hard enamel. I felt like it fit the design better, and honestly, having an experienced team at GSJJ that was used to making fitted hat pins, or pins that were specifically kind of going to be used on fitted hats, helped a lot, because they knew exactly kind of what I was looking for, especially when you're making more complex pins such as a peaker pin. I was a little nervous, but they executed it perfectly. Some other important decisions you should think about during the design process of your pin are metal color, pin attachment, and back stamp. GSJJ can help you out with all of that. They have a lot of different metal colors: rose gold, gold, iridescent is one that I've been seeing recently on more and more pins. So you have a lot of options. Whatever is in your mind, you'll be able to bring that to life with GSJJ. Next, of course, is pin attachment. The two most popular for pins going on fitted hats are going to be the butterfly closure and the rubber back. I personally like the rubber back because it's a little bit more comfortable and it stays on here. When I'm wearing my hats, you know, obviously I want the pin to look good, but in order for me to keep it on my hat, it has to be comfortable, and the rubber backs are just a little bit more comfortable. This one has two, and you'll be able to choose that as well. Does your pin need two rubber backs? Does it only need one? GSJJ will help you figure out all of that. Now, as far as the back stamp, you'll notice there's a small stamp on the back of these pins that actually says GSJJ. I'll let it focus. Hopefully you all can see that. It's right there in between the two rubber backs. That is a back stamp. Now, you can choose to put your logo there, or something that I've seen a lot and what I'll be doing for my next batch of pins is numbering them. So if you have 20 or 25 of a certain color, you can actually back stamp them 1 out of 25. 2 out of 25. I personally think that's a great touch, especially if the pins are supposed to be limited. You can really get that across by numbering them. Make sure y'all really pay attention to detail and use what GSJJ has to offer, because the details make the pins. Now that you have the basic design of your pin down, you can start getting into the add-ons and upgrades that GSJJ has to offer. This is going to be things like gemstones. If you want to add 1 or 2 rhinestone gemstones into your pin, you can go ahead and do that. Or maybe you want to just bling out the whole thing. That's an option as well. moving pendants. So if you've seen those pins that are on chains or have the moving parts, you can do that with GSJJ as well. There's also glow-in-the-dark enamel as well as glitter. I think those two are always a nice touch, but those add-ons and upgrades do come at a price, but they will really help you set your pin apart. One last thing that you should think about when you're in the design stage is the size of your pin. Whether it's bigger is better or small and detailed, maybe someplace in between. The design team will help you figure that out if you need the help, and I highly suggest you utilize them because it's free. That is one of the free perks of using GSJJ, is that free in-house design team. You can't beat free. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is going to be finalizing your order. The first thing you're going to want to do when you move on to step 2, which is finalizing your order, is to check the artwork. Check the final artwork that's provided to you. Maybe you want to go up a shade in terms of color or go down a shade in terms of color. Maybe you just want to see what it looks like. I tried a couple of different shades of gray and red before I decided on this gray here. And I just wanted to make sure that the gray that I picked was the gray that I was really going to be happy with. And they were okay with making all of those revisions. I never felt rushed. I never felt like they were being impatient. They were professional the entire time. And I got my revisions in a timely manner, which is super important because if you're making revisions and they're taking days and days and weeks at a time, that's going to slow up the process of you getting your pin. The revisions were super timely. The next thing you have to think about is how many pins you're going to place an order for. Maybe this is a sample batch and you only need about 5 to 20, or maybe this is full production and you need about 100 to 200 pins. Whatever the case may be, whatever works for you, GSJJ does not require a minimum order. That means you can order as little as 1 or as many as however many you may need. One thing that was really important to me and that you all should be thinking about as well when you're picking a manufacturer is, will your design be sold to other customers? GSJJ will not sell your design to other customers. Your mold is yours alone. You don't have to worry about anyone else coming along and using your mold with that company or using your design without permission. You can also use your mold with GSJJ for up to 2 years, which really comes in clutch if you plan on making a bunch of colors of the same design. That'll save you a ton of money. So now let's talk about turnaround time, because the time that it takes for them to put the design into production and when production finishes is very important. You don't want to be waiting around forever for your pins to be produced. My pins were put into production on June 26th and my pins were shipped out on July 8th. So that's very fast. That's like less than 2 weeks, which was super fast, especially in my experience. I'm used to having to wait 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks for production. This took less than 2 weeks, so I was very impressed. Now let's get into step number 3, which is shipping. If I didn't already mention it, shipping with GSJJ is free. They use FedEx shipping, it is free. So the design team is free, the shipping is free. Those are great perks in my opinion. Now, once again, my pins were shipped out on July 8th and they were supposed to arrive on the 12th. Seeing as how the pins are manufactured and shipped from China, that would have been very impressive and I would have been very happy with that had my pins been delivered on the 12th. However, there was some type of miscommunication regarding the shipping and FedEx and the address, so it took a lot longer and I didn't receive my package until July 25th. And I had to go pick them up instead of having them delivered to my home, which was a little disappointing. But once again, had the pins arrived when they were scheduled to and there wasn't that whole mishap, I would have been impressed with the shipping time. From start up until shipping, I will say that I had a great experience with GSJJ. That would be my one tip, is that when things don't go as planned with a shipper, there should be some way to rectify that quickly versus having the buyer wait for a resolution to come about. It should be resolved a lot quicker, but that would be my only gripe. And honestly, once the pins showed up, that was completely put out of my mind because they came looking great. There's 20 of them in this plastic bag, individually wrapped in these poly baggers, which cuts down on the scratching, especially since it is a hard enamel pin. Having them individually bagged definitely cuts down on any type of scratching and stuff like that. I did take them out. I looked at them. There are no B grades in the bunch, They're all very well executed, very clean. I have no issues with the quality of the pins that I receive. They really do look great. And again, the design itself, the design team knocked these out of the water. They look exactly how I wanted them to, how I expected them to. I wanted it to look like a panic bomb. And that's exactly what it looks like. You have the sweat dropping down, the brown cord, the flame at the tip. These look great, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what they look like actually on some hats right now. HatClub green eggs in hand, for those of y'all that are wondering. There it is on the patch. I'm so happy with these. I can't even express that enough. These look great. It's my first hard enamel pin. Very satisfied with the quality. Big thank you to GSJJ once again. HatClub Aux Pack Dodgers. It's on the front of this one. Hold it on to the Dodgers logo. Perfect, perfect. Take a look at that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about them down below in the comment section, but I love it. College crossover, HatClub once again. Y'all see it hanging on to the patch there. Really, really nice. It's big, it's detailed. It's exactly what I wanted. So there you have it. Those are my new pins. I cannot express enough how happy I am with the quality and the execution from GSJJ. They took my idea, just what I had in my head, and they turned it into a finished product that I am really proud of and that I'm really happy to show y'all today. Like I said, I do have about 20 of these, and I am uploading a video every day of August, so I'll be giving these away. To start with, I'll be giving away 3 for today's video down below in the comment section. All you have to do is comment the bomb emoji. That's it. That's it. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like the video. I don't care. Just down below in the comment section, leave the bomb emoji, and then I want you to go to my Instagram and drop the bomb emoji underneath my most recent Instagram post, and then just DM me and tell me that you're done. Of course, I'll converse with you to get your address. That's about it. Simple, easy, 1, 2, 3. I'll pick 3 winners this time around, and then in the next video, or maybe the one after that, you'll just have to watch and find out. I'll do another giveaway. Like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I'll check y'all out in the next one.